Hi guys, this is Liv again. If you tuned into the last digital recording of Kendall, I just wanted to say thank you. That means so much. And today is really exciting because I get to read one of my favorites out of my 3 books in the series, and that is called Naomi. Um, Before we get started, I thought that we could do something really fun. I know that this time of uncertainty can be really hard on a lot of y'all, and so I thought I would start out with a fun giveaway. So I will be giving away one hardcover copy of Naomi, and in order to do this, I need to obviously know you guys. And so I'm asking that if you have an Instagram or your parents have an Instagram, if they can go and follow Shindig Publishing on that app, then I'll get a notification of who followed me, and then I will randomly choose someone to give this book to. More of the logistics I'll talk about later, and I'll reach out to the person that gets it. But something else that would be super meaningful is if you have a Facebook or your parents have a Facebook, if they can go follow my Shindig Publishing page. And then also, after reading this book, if you really liked it, there is a place on Amazon.com where you can write reviews when you search up Naomi by Olivia Shin. So just a little fun giveaway. I'd love for this book to have a new home. And so let's get started. Let's read this book together. I'm going to share my screen like last time so that you can see this book way better than me holding it up. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, here we go. So Naomi, a story of a young girl with osteogenesis imperfecta by Olivia Shin. This story is dedicated to all the children who have osteogenesis imperfecta. And throughout the story, y'all, you will see another familiar character. I'm kind of mousing over the person, so it'll be kind of cool to spot Kendall throughout. Hello, my name is Naomi. I live with my parents and the newest member of our family, sweet baby Johnny. I am almost 8 years old and am exactly 3 feet tall. I know I am short, but that is because I was born with a brittle bone disease called osteogenesis imperfecta. So before I keep going, I want to say that another way to say osteogenesis imperfecta is by just abbreviating it to OI. Because it's such a long and complicated word to say, often it's condensed to just the OI as the name. So OI is a condition that makes my bones as fragile as glass. For example, if I accidentally hit my elbow on the kitchen counter, I can easily break those bones. I was born with a severe type of OI, which makes breaking bones so simple. Out of the 8 years I have lived, I have already broken almost 100 bones. So I want to ask you guys, have you ever broken a bone? And if you have you broken 100 bones? I've never broken a bone in my entire life, and it just seems very, very painful. So Naomi has broken a lot of bones because she has OI. However, I am very lucky to be here today. Many babies born with OI do not survive, and I was fortunate to be born with only 5 fractures. 3 of them I broke while I was in my mother's womb. So a fracture is when you break a bone. It's another word for a break. When I was born, Mom told me I was crying because breaking bones is extremely painful. Mom did not know what was wrong until the doctor informed her of my rare condition. When she understood all of what the doctor said, Mom was brave enough to step up and raise me in a new lifestyle. Year by year, the rate I accidentally broke bones lowered because I learned how to be cautious in every situation. Sometimes mom does not let me participate in birthday parties that are potentially too dangerous to my body. I get upset at first, but later understand she's trying to keep me safe. So I want to go back to this page over here, and when it said that mom was brave enough to step up and raise me in a new lifestyle. So a lifestyle is how you go about life. So usually we'd be going to class during the week. But now with this pandemic, it's almost as if we have a new lifestyle to adjust to as well. We can't go to school anymore because mom and dad are protecting us and trying to keep us safe, as well as the world. We're doing what's best so that we can keep everyone safe. And so this transition or this change can be really, really difficult. And Naomi, who was born with a condition that makes her bones super fragile, she has to change that lifestyle of what other kids may do in order to be safe. As a daring girl, I am very limited. There are things that I have always wanted to try that I will never be able to do, such as swimming, skiing, and roller skating. I wish I could give people piggyback rides, bungee jump, and paraglide. Instead, I must constantly be like a shield, protecting this body of mine. So here are all of the things that she wished she could do, but it's a little too it's very dangerous for her, actually. And you'll spot a little friend right over here. Let's see if you can spot it. People always feel sorry for me because I break my bones all the time. That is painful for sure, but I don't think it is as painful as trying to fit in with society. OI does not only make me physically incapable of certain things, but it also makes me look physically different. It can look like I come from a different world, but I am just like any other 8-year-old girl. So here's something different that we notice from the book I read a couple weeks ago about Kendall and then Naomi. So Kendall, a lot of people think that he just looks like any other ordinary boy, you know? But Naomi has a condition that makes her look different. She's in a wheelchair. She's a little bit shorter. And so that is another really, really hard thing for her in her life. My little brother Johnny does not have OI, which I envy. He will soon be able to do things that I may never be able to do. Johnny will also look more, quote unquote, normal than me. Mom doesn't like when I say that, though. Why do you think mom doesn't like when Naomi says normal? We'll figure out throughout this book. For example, everybody has a sclera, which is known as the white outer layer of our eyeballs. Mine, however, is a deep blue color. So when you look in the mirror, you can see the white part of your eyes. And for Naomi, that part is a little bit blue. That's one of her differences. I am shorter than most people my age. My doctor told me I wouldn't grow more than 3 feet, 5 inches. Although being short has its downsides, mommy tells me to always find the bright side in things. Therefore, I often imagine myself being the same height as others, but while wearing pretty pink high heels. Another thing that is different about my appearance is that I have bowed legs. Therefore, it looks like my legs go outward from my kneecaps. What do you think that these kids are talking about right here? They look like they're looking at Naomi, but we don't know what they're saying. This difference causes a lot of people to stare and whisper about me to others. It is really hard to fit in with other girls when I look so different from them. Girls are not usually open to hanging out with me because they think that my differences make me unable to join their group. So here's Naomi. Let's see what she's looking at. So here on the other side, it seems like this girl isn't allowing her to be a part of her friend group. It's not very nice. Let's see. One time, a girl told me that she could not be my friend because I did not look pretty like a princess. When Mom heard about this, she was furious. She immediately loaded up our van, buckled me and Johnny into our seats, and grabbed the car keys. Dad packed my wheelchair in the trunk, and we were off. But I wonder where. I watched out the window as we passed by countless trees, houses, and signs. Then we finally turned a corner and my eyes lit up with wonder. There I saw a sign which said, "Welcome to the Kingdom of Kindness." Dad got out of the car to give our tickets to the man in the admission booth. "Hope you have a magical time," he said, and I giggled with excitement. Dad glanced at me from the rear view mirror and smiled too. Once we found parking, Dad unbuckled Johnny and put him in his stroller. Mom placed me in my wheelchair and kneeled in front of me. "Now that you are in your carriage, are you ready to meet your other royal friends, Princess?" Mom asked. I clapped my hands and squirmed with joy as I nodded. Mom and Dad booked us a lunch with the princesses at the Castle of Courtesy. They were all dressed in beautiful gowns of silk. Their hair glimmered in the light from their bejeweled tiaras, and their faces sparkled as they smiled down on me. "Welcome, Princess Naomi," one of the princesses said. "We are so excited to eat a royal lunch with you." It seems like the princesses are more excited to have this meal with Naomi than the other way around. A man in white led us to our table, and my family and I walked with princesses to our seats. We talked, we laughed, we smiled. As we enjoyed a delicious meal, one of the princesses told me that I was the ultimate princess because I was so strong at heart. She then crowned me with a tiara of sparkling jewels. It was the most magical moment in the world, and I didn't want to ever leave. On the car ride home, I wondered what my life would look like if I didn't have OI. I could be the most popular girl at school. But then I thought about what I learned today, and the vision vanished from my head immediately. My visit to the Kingdom of Kindness taught me something valuable about the definition of beauty. I realized that the princesses I met at the Castle of Courtesy were not known for their external beauty, but for their internal beauty, their compassion, and their love. I also learned that if I didn't have OI, I would not be Naomi. I would be someone else. People are different, everyone. And this normal is also different for everyone. In my opinion, it's just an ambiguous word that can let people down if they think about it too much. You see, what I think is that it's what makes people different is what's so beautiful about them. Everyone is so different. If you look at these 2 pages that were separated, if you see the background, there's some people that wear hats. There's some people that have darker skin. There's some people that are a little bit shorter in height. We even see Kendall over here. And Kendall has a different hair color than this really tall boy over here. But this normal, if we try to say what's normal and try to be that normal, we're going to constantly disappoint ourselves because everyone is different. And what makes people different is what makes people beautiful too. Let's see what Naomi says here. I happen to have more differences than most, but that doesn't mean I should reject myself because of it. What makes me different is what makes me unique, and I should embrace every aspect of myself. Naomi Clark. Even though I am extremely fragile, I am also strong. Strong because I now know how to embrace the unique beauties of myself as gifts in my life. Now that is a true princess. The end. So I want to ask you guys what makes you unique? What makes you set apart from your friend or your sibling or your mom or your dad? Because we can find things that make us different, and we don't have to say that that's a bad thing. We can in fact say that that's something that makes us who we are, and that's something that we should be extremely proud of. And so before I end, I wanted to share these acknowledgments over here with Naomi in a little TCU hat, because go frogs. But I wanted to thank TCU, the honors college that I'm a part of, and then also the College of Education, because they helped fund this book. They helped me make this book happen and turn into something that I can share with others. And so without their generosity, I would not be able to have come this far. And then also special thanks to my mom right over here. This is my mom, and she has always supported me in this passion of mine. And like I said before, be proud. Be so proud of who you are. The end. Alrighty, so I am going to pause this share and actually do a new share to show y'all something really quick. So I am going to share my Safari page right here. And I'm going to show you how, if you are interested in purchasing Naomi, there are several ways that you can do that. And one way that might be most convenient for your parents is through Amazon, because usually they have free shipping if you are Amazon Prime. So if you search up Amazon, oopsies, over here, and if you just search up my name, Olivia Shin, you can see all three books pop up. And so we read Kendall, and here's Naomi. And so I'm gonna click on that one right over here. And so we have them in all three types, either Kindle, which is the ebooks if you wanna read it on your iPad or on your computer. There's also the hardcover copy, and then the paperback copy, which looks like this one right here. It's a little bit cheaper, but the covers are not as durable as the hard copy. And so if you want, if you enjoyed this book, you can always write a review right over here. So if you scroll down, there's customer reviews, and you can just click write a customer review right over here. And obviously it'll take you to your information to sign in, and you can write a review like that. And so let me stop this share. Okay, here I am. And I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for tuning into this little digital story time. I love that we still get to be able to do things like this. And again, I am doing that giveaway. And so all you have to do, the one thing I'm asking you to make this giveaway possible, is to go and follow my Shindig Publishing Instagram account. That way I can see who followed me, and I can choose some random special person to get this book to. I will cover all the shipping costs. I'll reach out to you via the Instagram message, and we can go from there. But if you like, again, you can write a review on Amazon, or and also follow Shindig Publishing on Facebook. But that's not the sole requirement. I hope you had a great time. I had a great time for sure, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.